Boa noite a todos, sejam bem-vindos à nossa meditação coletiva noturna da Sahaja Yoga. Eu sou a Valéria, falando aqui de BH, e convido todos para nos posicionarmos a fim de iniciar a preparação da nossa meditação de hoje. Nessa semana, nós homenageamos Shri Krishna e hoje não vai ser diferente. Vamos continuar com a atenção em Shri Krishna e no nosso Vishuddhi Chakra, assim como no Vishuddhi Chakra de todo o universo. Podemos, por alguns instantes, olhar a chama da vela, observando a claridade, o movimento dela. Isso já vai distraindo a nossa mente. E a nossa atenção começa a se firmar espontaneamente no nosso espírito. Podemos observar ao mesmo tempo a nossa respiração, o ar que entra, o ar que sai dos pulmões. Vamos relaxando nosso corpo físico, soltando os ombros. Observando se existe alguma tensão no rosto, na língua, na mandíbula. Continuamos com o olhar dirigido para a chama da vela. Trazendo também para nossa atenção que a nossa Kundalini tem esse formato de uma pequena chama. Ela é aquele fogo que queima sem arder, o fogo purificador. Podemos agora fechar os olhos, mantendo ainda na nossa atenção a chama flamejante da nossa Kundalini. Vamos relaxar o nosso pescoço, inclinando para a direita, estendendo toda a musculatura do lado esquerdo. Voltamos para a posição normal e agora flexionamos o pescoço para o lado esquerdo, sentindo o alongamento da musculatura do lado direito. Esse exercício nós podemos fazer todos os dias antes de meditar. Voltamos, inclinamos um pouquinho para trás, lentamente, relaxadamente. Voltamos para a posição normal e agora daquele jeito, colocando a língua no céu da boca e encostando o queixo no peito. A língua como se estivesse querendo se enrolar para trás. Nessa postura, nós sentimos um pouco mais de tensão na musculatura do pescoço. Podemos voltar e observa na ponta da sua língua. Você sente uma vibração que Shri Mataji chama de Kechari. É um sinal de que estamos nos conectando a Deus Todo-Poderoso. Essas vibrações na ponta da língua indicam isso. Voltamos para a posição. Pescoço ereto, sem forçar. Ombros erguidos, numa postura de dignidade, para nos unirmos ao nosso espírito. Podemos agora juntos elevar a Kundalini apenas com a nossa atenção. Três vezes. Terceira e última vez. Os bandhas também nós daremos apenas com a nossa atenção. Esse exercício é sempre desejável para nós irmos nos acostumando a dirigir a nossa atenção para onde nós queremos. Então vamos com a atenção do lado esquerdo do corpo, subindo, passamos por cima da cabeça e descendo do lado direito. Uma vez para cada chakra. Pronto. Nossas mãos vão permanecer agora abertas sobre o colo. Vamos procurar perceber o nosso coração também aberto. Na meditação matinal, nós pedimos a Shri Krishna que pousasse seus sagrados pés em nosso coração, em nossos ombros, e absorvesse tudo aquilo que impede a nossa conexão mais profunda com Ele. Shri Mataji tem uma metáfora em que ela compara cada ser humano realizado com a flauta de Shri Krishna. A flauta é oca, assim como devemos ser, para que a melodia divina possa ser tocada por Param Chaitanya através de nós. É uma bela metáfora. Nós vamos começar tentando nos esvaziar completamente, nos transformando nessa flauta, permitindo que o divino sopre sua canção através de nós. Agora nós vamos cuidar do nosso Vishuddhi esquerdo, aproveitando as vibrações desse momento em que celebramos o advento de Shri Krishna. Shri Vishnu Maya, a irmã de Shri Krishna, governa o nosso Vishuddhi esquerdo. Fortalece, nutre, ilumina esse chakra para que toda culpa, toda inveja, todo ciúme, toda baixa autoestima, todo vitimismo que nos acomete, assim como a falta de respeito com a gente mesmo e com o próximo, não tenham espaço para se instalarem. Podemos acender a vela e começar a girar essa vela nessa curva do ombro com o pescoço, da direita para a esquerda. Pode ser devagar, não precisa ser movimentos rápidos. Importante é a nossa atenção acompanhar esse movimento enquanto recitamos alguns nomes de Shri Vishnu Maya para louvá-la. Vamos começar com o mantra a própria Shri Vishnu Maya e depois outros aspectos dela. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que mora no Vishuddhi Padma, o lótus do Vishuddhi, Shri Vishuddhi Padma. Vamos recitar o mantra na sua forma reduzida. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishuddhi Padma Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores a Shri Kulishangi, aquela que é a corporificação do raio seguido de trovão. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kulishangi Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que possui armas especiais, Shri Vishishta Shastra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishishta Shastra Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que é a exterminadora de rakshasas e demônios, Shri Rakshakas Vijayini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Rakshakas Vijayini Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que é a deusa louvada no Devi Mahatmya, Shri Devi Mahatmya Stuta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Devi Mahatmyam Stuta Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que nasceu no lar do vaqueiro Nanda e é filha de Yeshoda, Shri Nanda Gopir Yeshoda Sutta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nanda Gopir Yeshoda Sutta Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que nasceu no mesmo dia que Shri Krishna Samjata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Krishna Samjata Namo Namaha. Toda veneração, todos os louvores e homenagens àquela que é a irmã de Shri Krishna como a Maya Shakti, Shri Krishna Bhagini Maya Shakti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Krishna Bhagini Maya Shakti Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que confere uma fala pura, Shri Sumrita Vari Daini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sumrita Vari Daini Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que concede poder aos mantras, Shri Mantra Samartaya Pradaini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mantra Samartaya Pradaini Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que é sem ego, Shri Nirahankara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirahankara Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que concede a humildade verdadeira, Shri Namrata Pradaini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Namrata Pradaini Namo Namaha. Toda veneração e todos os louvores àquela que providencia uma imagem milagrosa a cada 28 segundos, Shri Adbhuta Chitra Pradaini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adbhuta Chitra Pradaini Namo Namaha. Toda veneração, todos os louvores àquela que é a destruidora dos mitos, Shri Asatya Katana Nashini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Asatya Katana Nashini Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Podemos apagar a vela, deixar as duas mãos estendidas em direção à foto de Shri Mataji por alguns instantes, para repor as vibrações no nosso Vishuddha esquerdo, a partir das vibrações emanadas pela foto dela. E agora então, completamente vazios, vamos deixar que a melodiosa voz de Shri Mataji, de sua mensagem, penetre em cada célula do nosso ser. Vamos assistir à palestra.
Today we have gathered here to do Sri Krishna Puja. We have to understand clearly that Sri Krishna is a very, very important deity within us, because he is the Vishnu who resides in the void, in the Navi. He is the one who generates dharma within us. When you got your realization, I didn't tell you, don't do this, don't do that. I never told you that this is not good, that is not good. You just did it because Sri Vishnu was awakened within you. He is in the void, and if he is awakened, he brings you to the light, removes your ignorance, removes your darkness, and you start seeing that whatever you were doing was destructive for you. And that's how the dharma is established. Of course, the dharma was established also by all the 10 gurus who came on this earth, the prophets, who taught us about dharma. Close this one. Keep it moving if you like. So this combination of Sri Vishnu and the 10 gurus is to establish dharma within us. Now this dharma is taught by prophets, as you have seen everywhere. They have said, don't do this, don't do that. They have talked of 10 commandments. Every prophet has talked about dharma, what is to be done. Up to a point when Christ also had to talk about it, and he says, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. But Sri Krishna is the one who says that I come on this earth when there is a glani, means demise of dharma. When the dharma becomes weak, then he comes on this earth and then he destroys the people who are responsible for bringing dharma to this level of doom. The second thing he says that I protect the saints. I protect the saints and I kill all those who are devils or who are satanic, who are destructive. These are his promises which he gave long time back as Sri Krishna. As Vishnu, we know him only as the one who is the giver of dharma mainly. But all his potent qualities really were expressed when he came as Sri Krishna. At the time of Sri Rama also, these qualities could not be expressed in that way. So Sri Krishna's first half of his life he spent in Gokul and Vrindavan, where he showed his beautiful expression of his character as he made it what he calls as Leela, Leeladhara. The one who said that you become a witness. You witness the whole world like a drama, Sakshi Swarupa. And then once you see the whole world as just a child watches, in a childlike mirth and joy, you enjoy life. That has happened to you people, that you have become like citizens of Vrindavan and Gokul. The way you are enjoying yourself, enjoying each other's company, enjoying the bliss of God. There he showed also, by killing Kaliya, by killing Putana and other people, that if anybody tries to trouble such joyous children of God, he is the one who will definitely protect and kill all such evil forces which are troublesome. But later on he becomes the king. And when he becomes the king, he uses his powers in a different way. First of all, if you see, his own uncle, his own relation, his own uncle, mother's brother, was Kamsa and was such a bad man. So Sri Krishna didn't spare him. He killed him. He killed so many people. Before becoming the king, he killed so many people. Now what does that mean? That his own uncle he killed. One quality that he has, which Christ had, we can say, or so many saints had, is forgiveness. He did not believe in forgiveness. He is the only one who said that I have to punish. We have to have somebody who should punish also. If you are like Shiva, then Shiva used to even love Rakshasas and in his innocence used to give them also blessings. But Sri Krishna did not believe in forgiveness at all, because it was important that there should be somebody with a very stern mind, with such a stern understanding that a devil is a devil and devil must be killed. He has done in his lifetime, if you see, killing of so many people. That doesn't mean that we have right to kill anybody. He was Sri Krishna, we are not. We have to forgive because we are human beings. Once we forgive, we transfer all our anger, all our attitude of taking revenge to Sri Krishna. He takes over. Once you say that I forgive, then he takes over, because he does not forgive. He will immediately take over from you. And if it is justifiable, if it is necessary, he will punish the people who are torturing saints, who are destroying the dharma. Now it is very surprising that whatever is preached by the person, that area becomes just the opposite of it. It's very surprising. Like we said that Christ said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. Christians are the worst as far as their eyes are concerned. In the same way, in the Hindu religion it is said that everybody has the spirit. Still the Hindus believe in the different castes and communities and fight with each other. everything that was preached, just the opposite of it is followed. If you read even Quran, in the Quran, Muhammad Sahab has all the time said about rahmat, means compassion. But you don't find it anywhere. He has not said about Shariat, he has not said of many things which are being practiced by Muslims, just on their own. He never said that women should cover their face or cover their heads. But it is practiced, and not practiced with vengeance. So what it shows to us is this, that whatever is preached, just the opposite of that people try to do. And when such things happen, the dharma goes down. Now, as you know that Krishna, his country is America. He rules over America. So, it is a rich country because Sri Krishna is Kubera. He is the Lord of wealth. So he has given wealth to America. Then he is for Jana, means communication. His another quality is that he is the one who communicated. It was he who danced with gopis and gopas. It was he who transferred his powers to them. So the communication part is one of his greatest qualities that is working in America. So they are going just the opposite way, that if there is a war, say with Saddam Hussein, so America is going. If there is Korean war, America is going. Everywhere there is any problem, America has to go. I mean, one can ask question, who are you, why you bother? Keep to your own country, enjoy yourself. Why are you sending troops all over? Why are you looking after everyone? Even the formation of UN and all that is done under the guidance of the Americans. They play a very important part in the formation of these United Nations and one world and peace and all sorts of things. But actually, if you see, the main thing that Krishna had taught, they are missing. They are all right for communication, they are all right for establishing relationships between countries. But the worst thing they have done is that there is no dharma, no idea of dharma, no morality.
Vamos agora, mais uma vez, nos transformar naquela flauta oca. E vamos deixar a melodia divina de Shri Krishna penetrar nesse vazio e preencher o nosso espírito com o mais puro amor. Agora, um belo Mahamantra dançado para finalizarmos. Agora nós vamos deixar o encerramento por conta de cada um. Com música, claro. Namastê, Jai Shri Mataji. Muito obrigada pela companhia.
Krishna Govind Bolo, 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 Krishna
प्यारा मोहन हृदय में बिठाया करो, प्यारा मोहन हृदय में बिठाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
लगाया करो ध्यान चित्त में समाकर, भगा मन कहीं फिर लाओ जमा कर। लगाया करो ध्यान चित्त में समाकर, भगा मन कहीं फिर लाओ जमा कर। बात संतों की उसको पढ़ाया करो, बात संतों की उसको पढ़ाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं, शबरी की तरह कोई खिलाते नहीं। कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं, शबरी की तरह कोई खिलाते नहीं। ज्योत मोहन की दिल में जलाया करो, ज्योत मोहन की दिल में जलाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
मुख से गाया करो, मन रंगाया करो, तन डुलाया करो, रंग नहाया करो। मुख से गाया करो, मन रंगाया करो, तन डुलाया करो, रंग नहाया करो। राधे श्याम को दिल में बसाया करो, राधे श्याम को दिल में बसाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
प्यारा मोहन हृदय में बिठाया करो, प्यारा मोहन हृदय में बिठाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो, कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गाया करो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि 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 गोपाल बोलो
ओ गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो 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 हरि गोपाल बोलो
ओ राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
ओ गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
ओ राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो